Page 183, lesson 4.2 is on applying properties of equality. So if you look at what we've got here on 183, if we're starting with 4 plus 8 equals 12, they're asking what would happen if we add 5 to both sides of the equation. So if we add 5 to both sides, 4 plus 8 equals 12 to start with. If we add 5 to both sides on the right side, 12 plus 5 is 17. On the left side, 4 plus 8 is 12, plus 5 is 17. So we get 17, which equals 17, by adding 5 on both sides. The next thing it says, what happens if we add 3 to the left side and add 5 to the right side? So if we add 3 on the right side, 12 plus 5 is 17. On the right side, or on the left side, 4 plus 8 is 12, plus 3 is 15. And 15 is not equal to 17. We can put an equal sign with a line through it, means not equal to. You can think of this kind of like a balance. So in the first problem, we had two things that were equal. We added 5, we added the same amount on both sides, and they were still equal. On the one we just did, we added 3 on one side, we added 5 on the other side. So if they were equal before, we added different amounts on different sides of the equation, they're not going to be equal anymore. Same idea if you look at this red box. This time they want us to divide the left side of the equation by 2. So presumably we put that in parentheses and divide that answer by 2. And then they're saying if we multiply the right side by 2. So on the left side, 4 plus 8 is 12, and then 12 divided by 2 is 6. On the right side, 12 times 2 is 24. And 6 is not equal to 24. Well, we shouldn't expect it to be, because we did different things on different sides of the equation. They were equal, but we divided on one side and we multiplied on the other side. They're not going to be equal anymore. And then the last one, they said subtract 4 from both sides. So 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. And then on the right side, 12 minus 4 is 8. So that one works also. And notice what we did there, we subtracted 4 on both sides. We did the same thing on both sides. So that's going to lead us into these properties of equality we're going to talk about in this lesson. So example 1 talks about, we've got 3 plus 5 equals 8. So equal sign shows that these have the same value. The addition property of equality says that when the same amount is added to both sides of the equation, then it will stay equal. So the two sides of an equation stay equal when the same amount is added to both sides. Okay? So, for example, if we had 3 equals 2 plus 1, if we add 4 on both sides, those are still going to be equal. 3 plus 4 is 7. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 4 is 7. They're still equal. Okay, and again, it's like a balance. As long as we do the same thing on both sides, then it's going to work. Subtraction property of equality says if we subtract the same amount from both sides of the equation, the two sides stay equal. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. If we subtract 2 on both sides, on the left side we know 5 plus 3 is 8, and then 8 minus 2 is 6. On the right side, 8 minus 2 is 6. So those are still equal. Multiplication property of equality says when we multiply both sides of an equation by the same amount, the two sides stay equal. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. If we take that quantity times 2 on both sides, so on the left side 5 plus 3 is 8. We'd do that first since it's in parentheses. And then 8 times 2 is 16. Probably better if we get away from using that multiplication symbol, so maybe using parentheses would be a good idea there, so we don't think it's a variable x. And then on the right side, 8 times 2 is 16, so that works. And then finally, the division property of equality says when we divide both sides of an equation by the same non-zero amount, the two sides stay equal. So we can't divide by 0, but if we divide by any other number, then that's going to make both sides remain equal. So again, if 5 plus 3 equals 8, if we take that quantity, if we divide by 2 on that side, we divide by 2 on the other side. Let's see what happens. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. On the other side, 8 divided by 2 is 4. So those still remain equal as well. So if you look at the try it, if 5y equals 25, which property of equality was used to keep the equation 5y minus 7 equals 25 minus 7 equal? So if you look at what happened, we had 5y, now we have 5y minus 7. We had 25, we now have 25 minus 7. So you can see they're subtracting, so that would be the subtraction property of equality. Example 2, the scale balances with 1 blue X block on one side and 4 green blocks on the other side. Franklin put some more green blocks on the right side, and now the scale is not balanced. What can you do to make the scale balance, and which property of equality justifies this? So if they said there were 4 green blocks over here, what they're saying in the book is, well, we have now 3 columns of 4 blocks, so we have 3 times as many blocks as we had before. So we would need to have 3 times as many blocks on the other side. So if we have x, we would now have to add 2 more x's over here, so we would have to have 3x. So in other words, we multiply one side by 3, we have to multiply the other side by 3, and that would be the multiplication property of equality. Another thing we could have done if we went from 4 to 12, another way of doing that could have been, without knowing the answer, going from 4 to 12 could be that we added 8. And if we added 8 on both sides, that could be the addition property of equality. So you could argue either way on that problem. Example 3, Marijoy says you can add 12 to each side of the equation y minus 12 equals 30, and the equation will still be true. George says you can subtract 5 from each side of the equation, and the equation will still be true. Who is correct, and explain? Well, the first one, if we add 12 on both sides, that's using the addition property of equality. The second one, if we subtract 5 on both sides, that's called the subtraction property of equality. So they're actually, both of them are correct. As we get into the next lesson, we'll see that the first way, the addition property of equality, actually would help us to solve and figure out what y is equal to. But technically, they're both correct. We can do either one, and it still would be true. So if you look at the try it, a scale balances with 4 blue X blocks on one side and 36 green blocks on the other side. Complete the equation to balance the scale with only 1 blue X block. So if we're trying to just get to 1 X block, we have 4 right now. Instead of 4 times X with the dot in between it, they could have just written 4X. But anyway, we're trying to get just to X. So we're trying to get to 1 x block left. So if we have 4 right now, what we'd have to do, they're showing us we would have to divide by something. So 4 divided by what to get to 1, that would be dividing by 4. So 4x divided by 4 would be 1x, and then 36 divided by 4 would be 9. So dividing by 4 on both sides using the division property of equality is what we would want to do on that problem. Part B, if 25 plus d equals 36, does 25 plus d minus 25 equal 36 minus 20? Well, look what we had here. We had 25 plus d, and what did they change? They subtracted 25. On the other side, they had 36, and what did they do? They subtracted 20. So basically, this was our starting point. On the left side, they subtracted 25. On the right side, they subtracted 20. Well, those are different numbers, so that's not going to work. So we could say no, they need to subtract the same number on both sides of the equation. So if they would have subtracted 25 on both sides, or if they would have subtracted 20 on both sides, that would be fine. But you can't subtract 25 on one side and 20 on the other side. It's not going to be balanced anymore. So the key concept just recaps what we've talked about. Addition property of equality. We can add the same amount to both sides to keep the equation balanced. The subtraction property of equality says we can subtract the same amount from both sides of the equation to keep it balanced. The multiplication property of equality, probably not best used with the multiplication symbol anymore, says if you multiply both sides of the equation by the same amount, you keep the equation balanced. And finally, the division property of equality, if you divide both sides of the equation by the same non-zero amount, you can keep the equation balanced. So this gives you an idea of how to work with properties of equality.